You are going into a jungle, a place where good children get lost. Bankers, engineers, oil moguls, all came to ask for her hand in marriage. She wasn't just her parents' pride, she was the village's heartbeat. Every parent pointed to her, every child wanted to be her, and every blessing found her address. Sits in the front row, composed like a surgeon. Her eyes scan, calculate, and respond. You're about to hear a story that carries the heart of Africa. Subscribe to African Folktales by MaC-Anison TV, where every week we share rarest African folktales you won't find anywhere else. Your subscription is the fuel that inspires us to bring you the very best of our storytelling heritage. Scene opens with a soft, ambient instrumental. Sunrise bathing the humble Enugu suburban neighborhood in warm light. Children run by barefoot, their laughter fading into the background. The Chukwui compound stands quietly amidst the waking world, a simple bungalow with flaking white paint and an old rusted iron gate creaking slightly in the breeze. In a world where dreams are often smothered by poverty, some families bet everything on one child, one light, one chance. For the Chukwuis, that light was Ifyoma. A weathered water tank towers over the home and laundry flutters in the wind. A mango tree shades one corner of the compound. Mr. Chukwui, 53, slim, with sun-dried skin and gentle but weary eyes, steps out with a cutlass, ready to tend the backyard. Beside him, Mrs. Chukwui, 48, fuller in figure and radiant with motherly warmth, hangs clothes, humming a worship tune. Mr. Chukwui, softly, "This land, the only piece left from Papa. Ifyoma must become what I could never be, a doctor, not by ambition but by purpose." Mrs. Chukwui, chuckling, "And she will. That girl carries God's hand on her forehead. She's not like others, never even looked a boy twice." A well-arranged space, Bible on the desk, jam-packed questions beside her bed, neatly ironed uniforms hanging. On the wall are pictures of church events, science club awards, and a large quote, "Excellence is my destiny." Ifeoma, 17, sits cross-legged, eyes glued to her biology textbook. Her posture is calm but alert. You can hear her whispering the words under her breath. She has that presence, like someone with a roadmap wired into her soul. She had no skeletons in her cupboard, no missed footsteps, no hidden motives. Ifyoma wasn't just the pride of her home, she was the blueprint of discipline. Neighbors walk by, often stopping to greet Mr. or Mrs. Chukwui. Everyone knows Ifyoma. Everyone has a story about her. A woman with a wheelbarrow full of oranges pauses at the gate. Neighbor woman, "Mama Ifyoma, that your daughter na example to all these ye girls, way they follow men anyhow. God go bless una." Mrs. Chukwui, smiling proudly. "Amen, oh," chuckles. She no even get time for phone talkless of boyfriend, na book and church. She was under constant surveillance, not out of distrust, but out of love. Her father refused to let her live in the hostel for fear of her being swept away by societal currents. Ifyoma was the family's engine room, their star product. Dim lantern light. Ifyoma reads at the dining table surrounded by past jam questions. Her father watches quietly, emotion in his eyes. Mr. Chukwui, "Do you know how many fathers wish they had daughters like you? Rich men have come to this gate with bags of money, but I said no, not because they're not good, but because you're more than marriage material. You are legacy." Ifyoma, smiling softly. "I know, Papa. I will not fail you. I will be everything you dream to be." Bankers, engineers, oil moguls, all came to ask for her hand in marriage. Each time the compound looked like a luxury car showroom. Yet Mr. Chukwui turned them all away. The compound is filled with laughter and the quiet hum of polished engines, Lexus SUVs, Mercedes-Benz, a brand new Prado Jeep, all parked in elegant symmetry like royalty had arrived. Women from neighboring compounds peek from behind their curtains. Children whisper, "Neighbor woman, one whispering to another, "Ah, this one is a senator's son. Look at the security detail." Neighbor woman 2. And yet Mr. Chukwui will still say no. A well-dressed banker, Chinedu, wearing a pristine blue kaftan, sits respectfully across from Mr. Chukwui. Chinedu smiling. "Sir, I work with Zenith Bank. I'm the regional head for Southwest. I know this might come as a surprise, but your daughter Ifyoma carries grace I've never seen. I wish to marry her, sir. No rush. She can complete school under my sponsorship. Anything she needs." Mr. Chukwui, smiling politely, shaking head. Cuckles, Chinedu, "You are a good man, but Ifeoma is just 17. She's still a girl. She's going to be a medical doctor. She will stand where I never stood. That's her destiny." Chinedu, nodding humbly. "I understand, sir, but even doctors marry." Mr. Chukwui, "Not this doctor. Not yet." Weeks later, another suitor arrives. Engineer Fola, confident in Agbada, handing over a brown envelope. "Sir, I design roads for the federal government. My next project is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. I have a house in Lekki Phase 1. Cars, influence. I want to marry Ifeoma. This is just a small token of appreciation." Mr. Chukwui, gently pushing back the envelope. "Engineer Fola, money is not everything. My daughter is still in formation. I thank you, but no." Chief Mike, 60s opulent Agbada gold wristwatch. "I will take her to Canada. Let her study there. Let her live her dream. I only ask to walk beside her." Mr. Chukwui, "Chief Mike, she is too young." "Chief Mike, she will lack nothing. I can make her father's dreams happen in months." Mr. Chukwui, firmly, "The dreams are hers now, not mine." Outside, neighbors shake their heads as cars drive off one by one. Neighbor man exclaims, "This man don craze. If na me, I go use one of those men change my destiny." But Mr. Chukwui's eyes were clouded by a dream he could never live, and placed on shoulders too fragile to carry it. Ifyoma sits in the front row leading the youth fellowship, Bible in hand. Her face is focused, devout. The pastor nods in her direction mid-sermon. "Pastor, people like Sister Ifyoma. The church would be revival ground. Even heaven seemed to agree. She was not just the pride of her family, but of the entire community." A community festival is underway. Masquerades dance, elders drink palm wine, and praises are sung. Elder Chief Ezekwesili, on mic. "Let us raise a toast, not just to a bright child, but to our future, Ifeoma Chukwui. May your light guide others." People cheer. Drummers beat faster. Mother, to another woman, "My daughter is brilliant, but Ifeoma, that one has fire. God used premium materials." Children in the village wear white ribbons labeled Dr. Ifeoma on their chests. Young girl, to her friends, "I want to be like Ifeoma when I grow up." Village priest. Even the church choir sings her name in blessings. Priest, on altar. "When we raise children in the way of the Lord, they become lanterns for generations. Ifeoma is one of such lights." Choir sings, "Shine your light, O Ifeoma, God's angel on this soil." She wasn't just her parents' pride. She was the village's heartbeat. Every parent pointed to her. Every child wanted to be her. And every blessing found her address. Exam hall buzzes with tension. Sweat on brows, pencils scratching. Ifeoma sits in the front row, composed like a surgeon. Her eyes scan, calculate, and respond. Hours pass. When results are released, principal, excitedly on phone. "Madam, your daughter scored the highest JAM score in all of Enugu State. Science category. This is national news." Mr. Chukwui, tears in eyes. "I told you," chuckles. "She's not just our daughter, she's our redemption." Celebration. Visitors, well-wishers, a few journalists, laughter, praise. But then, Mrs. Chukwui, reading letter, surprised. "Wait, it says University of Lagos, but we applied for UNN, Nsukka, closer to home. Mr. Chukwui, brows narrowing. "No," annoyed. "Lagos? She can't live there. It's a sea of temptation. I can't send her there, not after all this. Ifyoma, hesitant, but Papa, it's what Jam gave me, and it's the best medical faculty in the country. Mr. Chukwui sits in silence. I turned down every suitor because I believed in this dream. But now, the same dream wants to leave this house. And in that silence, fate smiled, not with kindness, but with challenge. Wind blows. Lantern flickers. Mr. Chukwui walks out with a shovel, stares into the distance. Mr. Chukwui, softly. So, this is it. To fulfill the dream, I must let it go. Let it leave my eyes. Leave my roof. He looks toward the sky. A tear rolls down. He sold the land, the only inheritance he had left from his father, to send his daughter far away, into the unknown, into Lagos, into a world where innocence is currency and corruption buys loyalty. A dusty briefcase sits beside a folded land certificate. Mr. Chukwui paces in deep thought. His wife, Mama Ifeoma, watches him silently. Mama Ifeoma, thoughtful. Are you sure? Mr. Chukwui, it's time. That land has stayed in our bloodline since 1896, but it will now become a bridge for our daughter to reach what I could not. He wipes tears from his eyes and signs the transfer papers. An Igbo land buyer shakes hands with Chukwui and gives him a brown bag. Mr. Chukwui, staring into the bush, I pray my daughter remembers this soil when she builds her hospital. Land buyer, you will not regret it, sir. Her father holds her tightly. Mr. Chukwui, softly, remember who you are. This land you walk away from built your name. Ifyoma, teary, but dreams are delicate, and cities like Lagos are wolves in disguise. Rain drizzles lightly, the ground is wet, buses honk and shout. Drivers call out destinations. Lagos, Lagos, enter with your change-o. Drivers call out destinations. Amidst the chaos, horns honk. Street vendors wave sachets of water and plantain chips. Porters hustle, dragging bags across the terminal floor. Mr. Chukwui holds a black nylon bag tightly, not wanting to let go. Ifyoma, dressed modestly, stands beside him with a traveling bag and a folder. Her mother holds a small flask wrapped in a scarf. Mrs. Chukwui, softly. Drink this when you reach. It's pepper soup. You know Lagos cold, no de joke. Ifyoma. Yes, Mama. I'll be fine. Mr. Chukwui, gravelly voice. You are going into a jungle, a place where good children get lost. But remember this, your name carries our honor. Do not trade it for city glitter. Ifyoma, determined. Papa, I carry your prayers with me. I won't forget. A shout erupts nearby. A scuffle breaks out. Man 1, angrily. Nah lie, you no go teat me today. You da mad? Give me my change. Man 2, defensive. You da craze? No be weetin' you bargain? If you no want go again, come out for road. 2 men wrestle over a plastic bag. One slams the other against a parked bus. People gather. A police officer rushes in, blows his whistle. The bus park momentarily freezes. Police officer, loudly. Una no get respect? This place na terminal, not boxing ring. Ifyoma looks on, worried. Ifyoma, whispering, is this what Lagos will be like, Papa? Mr. Chukwui grimly. Worse. That's why my heart is heavy. Not just because you're leaving, but because your dream is fragile. I remember when you wanted to be a doctor. Ifyoma, softly. I still do, Papa. Mr. Chukwui, resigned. I know. But this path you're taking now, this city you want to run to, it swallows dreams. It swallowed your cousin Okezi. He left with a bag full of ambition and returned with empty eyes. Mrs. Chukwui, reassuring. But Ifyoma is different. She has God. She has wisdom. She will not forget home. Mr. Chukwui, thoughtful. It's not about forgetting. It's about surviving. Every corner in Lagos tests you. Even the air demands strength. A young boy selling pure water runs past them, nearly crashing into Ifyoma. Ifyoma smiles gently, but her eyes betray anxiety. Porter, calling. Loudly. Lagos bus loading complete. Last chance, oh. Another family rushes past. A mother chases her son, who's crying. Her wrapper loosens as she yells. Mother, frantic. Come back here, Chikamzo. You go miss this bus. Ifyoma's grip tightens on her folder. Mr. Chukwui. Your jam result. You kept it? Ifyoma. Yes, Papa. It's in my bag. I'll still reapply. Lagos has better schools. I'll work, save, and try again. Mr. Chukwui. You shouldn't have had to. If only the hospital posted me in town when I asked. If only I had saved more. Maybe you wouldn't need to struggle so much. Mrs. Chukwui, stop. Don't blame yourself. It's the country. But God will help our child. A pastor with a megaphone walks past shouting. Some passengers ignore him. Others look uncomfortable. Pastor, repent now. Lagos is not your salvation. It is Sodom. Only Jesus saves. Give your life to Christ before you board that bus. Ifyoma laughs faintly. Ifyoma. He's loud, but not wrong. Mr. Chukwui. Serious. Promise me. Promise you won't be swallowed. That your morals won't melt. That you won't forget who you are. Ifyoma. Gently. I promise, Papa. Even in Lagos, I'll still be Ifyoma Chukwui, your daughter. Bus horns blast again. Driver begins calling names. People scramble. Bags are tossed into the trunk. Mrs. Chukwui quickly tucks a folded paper in Ifyoma's hand. Mrs. Chukwui. It's Psalm 91. Read it every night, no matter what. Ifyoma hugs her tightly. Then her father. He holds on longer. Mr. Chukwui, softly. Remember who you are. This land you walk away from, built your name. Ifyoma, teary. I'll make you proud, Papa. She walks toward the bus, climbing slowly. She looks back, one last time. Bus drives away. Mr. Chukwui watches it disappear. Slow and gripping. But dreams are delicate, and cities like Lagos are wolves in disguise. Soft and slow. Will Ifyoma's light remain unshaken in a city that feeds on darkness? Will the dream survive, or will Lagos rewrite the story that Chukwui's built with sweat, tears, and prayer?
End of Episode 1 and Lesson of Episode 1. Life has moments when the road calls your name, but the echoes of home whisper warnings. In this first chapter, we stood with Ifeoma at the park, a place that smelled of dust, engine fumes, and restless dreams. Lagos buses lined up like hungry lions, drivers shouting, "Lagos! Lagos! Enter with your change, oh!" And in the middle of the noise, a father's grip tightened on a black nylon bag. Not because of what was inside, but because of what he feared might be lost forever. The true weight of a journey is not in the luggage you carry, but in the values you take with you. Mr. Chukwui's voice trembled, not from age, but from memory. The memory of dreams once carried and later crushed. He had wanted his daughter to become a medical doctor, not because of pride, but because he had seen too many healers lost to the city's chaos. Every dream has enemies. Some wear the face of opportunity. In his eyes, Lagos was not a city. It was a jungle where glitter blinded and concrete swallowed innocence whole. And yet, Ifeoma's calm reply, "Papa, I carry your prayers with me," became a shield sharper than fear. All around them, the park became a theater of lessons. Two passengers fought over a seat, their shouts rising above the engine noise. A young boy tried to sneak onto a bus without paying, only to be caught and humiliated. Hawkers wove between the chaos, selling meat pies and bottled water with the urgency of survival. Before you even begin your journey, life will test your patience, your dignity, and your focus. Ifeoma's mother pressed a small flask into her hand, pepper soup wrapped in a scarf. Drink this when you reach, Lagos cold, no day joke. In that moment, the truth was clear. Sometimes love is hidden in simple things. A scarf, a flask, a steaming soup that says, I want you to be safe. The loudest acts of love are not always in words but in preparation. As the bus conductor's final call echoed, Ifeoma looked back at her parents. She was stepping into a place where they could no longer protect her. But in her heart, their voices would travel with her, like a compass in an unknown land. When you carry home in your heart, even the wildest city cannot steal who you are. And so, the bus door closed, not on a goodbye, but on the beginning of a test that would shape everything she would become.